Today for the Bitcoin price. And yes guys, I just found the most violent pattern I have ever seen for Bitcoin. I will be going into the charts and I will be talking about that small breakdown, the weekend breakdown. Freaking unbelievable weekend patterns. I don't really like them, which happened actually yesterday. I will be going into the charts and I will be telling you how to read that, what to learn from it, but more importantly, what is the next move for Bitcoin? Because there's a bigger pattern actually unfolding right now with the apex next week. And this is going to be something which we definitely have to take serious, because within the week we are seeing the most volatile ones. And Bitcoin is actually right now flashing a signal which tells me, Chris, get ready for the next breakout, for the next move for Bitcoin. So I will be talking about whether it's going to be to the upside or towards the downside. I will be talking about my price targets and of course where I'm going to enter and where I'm going to exit the trade. So let me here go straight into the charts, guys, and please make sure, if you're new to the channel, guys, join the most lovely, the most supportive and the most profitable community in the world. Go down, subscribe to the channel, press the bell and press on all and join the MMCrypto family right now. Of course, smash up the like button and support the YouTube algorithm. I do appreciate that. This pattern, I will be talking about that, but let me deep dive here into the immediate short term for Bitcoin. Actually, not the 4 hourly. Let me go down to the 1 hour candles. Every single candlestick represents 1 hour. And I was talking about yesterday, this hourly pattern here, this symmetrical triangle. I was even covering that breakout, how it was confirming, but how we need to break above the previous resistance point. But what the most important thing I was mentioning is the volume, and there is just no freaking volume coming in. Of course, the reason for that being is that the volume is still declining, even though we are breaking out of the pattern. Well, it is a legitimate pattern, but it's the weekend. Unfortunately, this breakout didn't turn out, but even the breakdown didn't really turn out. So the bulls are fighting back right now. And the question is, are we going to reach the bearish price target? I can tell you, probably not. This is why I am not shorting Bitcoin. The bearish price target would be among the 55,000 US dollar levels. It is possible, but if, then it would be only a week, because what we can see here right now is Bitcoin is probably forming a bigger pattern now, because we had these touch points here in the short term, validating actually the previous longer term trend line. I will talk about that later on, but now we are getting a bounce here. And if Bitcoin is able to hold it, well, let me show you this, guys, with this breakdown. And this is one thing everyone has to understand. I know most of you already do. After the trade is before the trade, and after the pattern is before the pattern. When the price action changes, we have to be able to adapt. We have to be able to say, okay, this one didn't turn out, but the next one will. The next one will likely, if we are adapting here. So I let the charts tell me what to do. I am always prepared for both scenarios, and I'm waiting for every single confirmation sign. So if the volume is missing, well, it's not a long trade for me, unfortunately, even though I would have loved to see this long trade actually unfolding. So what you can see here is, let me connect these wicks here with each other. You can see that probably we see here something nice like a you know what, maybe let me better connect these ones, a new symmetrical triangle unfolding, a much bigger one actually, which is still intact. We still have these upward sloping trend lines and we have the downward sloping ones, but this is really the last one I can see here, the last legitimate one. But the crazy thing about that is the price target for that one is much more volatile. The breakdown target would be approximately right here at the 51,000 US dollar levels, in alignment, in perfect alignment actually, with the Fibonacci golden ratio here, golden pocket, if I'm pulling it from the swing high to the swing low. However, the breakout target towards the upside, and just to tell you guys, the apex is approximately ending on the 23rd of March. That is in like 2 days. On Tuesday latest, the breakout would happen. And here you can see the breakout target would be once again the 67,000 US dollar level. And let me show you how both of these price targets are in absolute perfect alignment with other indicators. Here we have the golden ratio still after the pattern is before the pattern. The golden ratio for the breakout target and for the breakdown target, we actually have the Fibonacci golden pocket. So both of them actually making a lot of sense. But on the grand scheme of things, you know now, my entry target, of course, a confirmed breakout here and then take profit below the 67,000 level. On the downside, it's the same thing. But the most important thing is always the longer term. And if I am zooming out here, you probably remember I was talking about that specific pattern, that specific trend line, not the pattern, for quite some time. And I want to give you a quick recap and actually tell you why. What I am talking about right now is extremely important to understand, not only what's going to happen until Tuesday, Wednesday. No, I'm going to zoom out. I will show you once again for the last 11 years how Bitcoin was always following the exact same trajectories, and it is following it right now. With the bounce we had yesterday, maybe we are legitimizing another trend line. And this one is detrimental as to what's going to happen to Bitcoin in the next few weeks. Let me zoom out here on the 4-hourly candles. So what I was talking about, if you are following me for more than, 4 days, you probably remember how I was talking about that trend line. With this breakdown, Bitcoin was respecting that trend line so far. Well, of course, we can break down, but it's more like a daily trend. So you should plot it on the daily candles if you want to see whether we are confirming a breakdown or not. But so far, we are bouncing here. And this trend and was formed all the way back here from $17,700, believe it or not, but from the 10th of December. This is like a 3-month pattern, even more. So that's a very important one. And if I am going over to the daily candles, which is the most important one here, you can see that we are forming these trend lines time and time again. And they always have the approximate same duration, always like 3 months. And once we are bouncing there to the upside, we are creating a new trend line, usually the last trend line here with the highest degree in percentage increase here. And once we are breaking it to the downside, this is the start of the bear market, and we are going to be pushed down from another downward sloping trend line. Once we are breaking it to the upside, bull run. Breaking it to the downside, bearish run. Easy as that, guys. And right now we are in this, to be honest, guys, a little bit too parabolic run towards the upside. But the matter of fact is usually we are seeing 2 of these trends per bull market, and that is the first one. So if Bitcoin successfully is going to bounce here, I will of course talk about what would be the eventual price target of that specific breakout. Because here we are in the most volatile pattern I was able to find. It's a 3-month pattern on the daily. You can even plot it on the weekly. And rising wedge here, this is something we have to be aware of, is usually a bearish biased pattern. So it breaks out down towards the downside more often than it breaks towards the upside. With that being said though, in a bull market for Bitcoin, I would rather put it at a 60-40% for the bullish scenario than 60-40 for the bearish. But we are not going with feelings. We are not only going with history. We want to go with probabilities. So we are waiting for the breakout. We are waiting for the chart to tell us what to do. This is very important, guys. This is what a technical analyst is doing. I'm not having a crystal ball here and telling you we are going to break towards the upside. I am trading this breakout before the actual breakout. No, guys, we are waiting for it. This is what technical analysis is about. So let me pull this measurement tool here all the way towards the upside, and you can see how this breakout target would actually, and actually I never saw anyone talking about that rising wedge here, guys. So you saw it here first. This breakout target would be $81,600. That is, of course, a crazy one, guys. That is, of course, a crazy one. However, if this bearish scenario would play out, and this is historically only for the asset of Bitcoin, a lower likelihood, then the target is unfortunately the bottom of the wedge. And here, guys, please take it with a grain of salt, $17,500. I'm more looking towards the bullish scenario, not only with my holding portfolio, also with my trading portfolio, because I am having my trades open. I mean, it's probably not coming with any surprise to you. This is my FMX trade, $2.3 million in a profit, 40 Bitcoin. I am having this trade still open. Of course, I am banking on that bullish scenario here. We want to buy the red and sell the green, of course. If you're not making a breakout trade here, $570,000 over on my Bybit trade. So both of these trades are open. If you want to be trading that as well, well, I have $700 in the pinned comment down below. If you go down to the pinned comment, you can get $700 for free by clicking these links, making your own account, and after your initial deposit, you are getting these $700 for free on these exchanges, and you can trade with the free bonus and even withdraw the profits from this free bonus as well. But I'm not done with you yet here. I'm not done with you. Use this bonus. It's gonna be it's gonna be over anytime very soon here. Usually these things are limited, but the nice thing is if you're using our links, well, when the next promotion comes, even though you already claimed this one, you are getting the next one as well. With our links, you get the highest bonuses lifetime. I'm going over here into this chart because this is something I was talking about yesterday. You probably saw the video where I was revealing what was in that golden suitcase. If you didn't see it, go over and watch it. The feedback on that video was crazy. Like, people told me it was probably the most important video I have ever made, and I agree, it was extremely important. But let's go back here. I was showing you this chart and I want to deep dive into it a little bit more. This is the total supply of Bitcoin, which was the last time active 10 years ago. So in 2011. And what you can see, and probably it's not coming with any surprise, guys. Remember this, everyone, including DaVinci J15, who entered Bitcoin at $1, they understood it. They were programmers, they were nerds, or like big geniuses in monetary policy, like big believers. The smart money, the nerds, the misfits, right? The amazing people who really deserve these huge profits. And these people who entered in 2011 or before, like, it's not even the early adopters, it's the very early stage. What you can see, if I am zooming in here, and this is an important learning, guys, it's a very important learning. These people, this line is constantly increasing. Of course, it's only increasing now because at this point of time, Bitcoin was 10 years old. Understandable, right? But the matter of fact is, you don't have like swings, it's just going up. Of course, it must be a straight line with the inflation increasing, but it's even going higher. So there were people buying it, otherwise it would be a straight line. But the matter of fact is, it's never going down. It's just never freaking going down. So the learning of that is, of that orange line just only increasing, not even having a small spike going down, that everyone who bought in 2011 and before and still holds these coins is still not selling them. They are never going to sell Bitcoin. Do you know the meme of Morpheus with Neo? When Neo is asking, hey Morpheus, do you want to tell me that I can actually trade Bitcoin for millions of dollars in the future? And then Morpheus is selling, Neo, once the time comes, you will not have to do it. And these people understand that. What you can do is you can take their knowledge, their behavior from the Bitcoin blockchain. It's like we never saw these analytics before, and for any other asset, you can take their knowledge and just exactly replicate what they are doing. If they are not selling today, they would be buying today if they wouldn't have bought in the first place. Do what the smart money is doing. This is what I'm personally taking away from this important chart. And I have more for you. This is the pure multiple. And what you can see here usually shows you it's calculated by dividing the daily issuance value of Bitcoin by the 365-day moving average of daily issuance value. So what that means is, it takes, like, for example, we have every day 900 Bitcoin being mined, and it's dividing these 900 Bitcoin by the value of the 900 Bitcoin. So the higher the price goes, the harder it is for this specific orange line here to reach the red selling area. But every single time we are going into that red selling area, the bull market is over. Here eventually, or there, at least temporarily, with that 2013 dump, right? We are not there yet. The question is, are we going to go to these levels or to these levels? First of all, the last time we were at the level where we are right now, Bitcoin was at $2,000 to $3,000 and made another 7 to 10x. But guys, what I want to show you is, with, of course, also the daily issuance decreasing with the halvings every 4 years, this ratio should be decreasing as well with an increasing value. So what I'm expecting is that Bitcoin is going to top out once we reach this level. But we are not there yet, guys. Understand this. We are not there yet. There are probably a few more X's going to come for Bitcoin, and basically every single one of these on-chain metrics is telling me that. It doesn't mean that we are not going to dump tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. How possible to say that? But it means this bull market is with a very high degree of certainty not over. And this is my takeaway for today. Besides the short-term trading, besides everything else, I always want to add value to you for the long term from the fundamentals and more towards the end of the video, because this is what it really comes down to. If you want to be trading, fine. There are the links down below. I'm trading myself as well. It is amazing. We were outperforming the market. Our community is insanely profitable. It's just amazing. Let me know if I should do TA from the TV in the future, at least every now and then. But it is very important. It is key to be part of these smart people. I mean, come on, guys. Do you want to be part of them? If you bought Bitcoin 1 year ago, you will be in that statistic in 9 years, right? I didn't start 10 years ago, but soon I am going to be in that statistic in a few years. And I will be part of that because I am a long-term hodler. I am a believer. Are you as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. We will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, let's make the next big green candle as big as the Burj Khalifa Tower, the biggest tower in the world. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I truly love you. I love your support. Thank you so much for that. And as always, guys, bye-bye.